Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. It's Caitlin, your geeky girlfriend, and in today's video, I'm going to do another Real Talk movie review for my Real Talk series here on the channel. Before we get started, make sure you hit that red button and subscribe to my channel. Also, you can hit that little bell and get signed up for my notifications. Anytime I post a new video, you'll be the first to know, and you can come on and watch it. Give me your love. Send those comments, etc., etc. Y'all know what to do. I am very, very excited to do this movie review in particular, but I also want to let you guys know that I've uploaded 4 or 5 other movie reviews just today. So make sure you scroll up and down on whatever device you use to watch your YouTube, and you can see everything that I've reviewed. Lots of older movies, some newer movies. Today's is a pretty new movie, and so we're going to get right into it because this one was one that is very, very exciting. Today, I'm going to review Hypnotic, starring Ben Affleck. This is a Robert Rodriguez film. I don't know anything about Robert Rodriguez, but now I do because of this film. So let me tell you the backstory on why I went to see this movie in the first place. So this movie was only in theaters, theatrical release. I had seen no trailers for this movie, but when my husband and I go and see movies, we typically go to this local theater here in Ohio. It's called the Fun Barn. And the Fun Barn has really, really cheap movie tickets, really, really cheap snacks. It's a great way to go to the movie. And it's Movies 10. You can find it on, if you just www.movies10.com. I will put a link to their site in the description of this video because they have all the first-run movies. They have a full arcade and a snack bar, and their snacks and popcorn and everything are really, really cheap. It's a great way to go see movies, especially if you're in the southern Ohio area. And we make the trip to Columbus just to go to this movie theater. So whenever we go to the Fun Barn, because it's a little bit of a drive for us, it takes us almost an hour to get there, we like to do what we call a double feature. So we pick 2 movies and we go and watch 2 movies at the movie theater. So we'll see a movie with snacks. We'll take a little break. We take about a 15-20 minute break in between, use the bathroom, get a piece of pizza, whatever, and then we go and see a second film, and then we drive back home instead of just driving all the way there for one movie, right? So we try and make the most of it. We do this probably about once or maybe once a month or once every 2 months or so, okay? So this movie was not the movie that we intended to see. However, when we were looking at the times online, we only had one. It was either this or I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which, to be honest, neither one of us were really into. So we were like, well, let's just go see Hypnotic. We knew nothing about this film. You need to know something about this film. This is probably the most underrated movie of 2023. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody should be talking about it. So we're going to talk about it right here. Ben Affleck is the star of this film, and I really can't explain too much of this film without giving it away. So this film is very easy to be susceptible to spoilers, so I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything. But essentially, Ben Affleck's daughter is kidnapped, and he is trying to track her down. That's pretty much the synopsis. And one of the guys that he thinks is the culprit, he is pretty sure is a hypnotist. And he finds out that that's true. That guy is a hypnotist. And so he goes on this journey, and the hypnotist is manipulating and warping his reality, right? And he goes on this journey to try and find his daughter while trying to combat this hypnotist. And the journey takes a dramatic turn almost halfway through the movie. And I can't tell you what that turn is because it does give away the end. I do think it gives away the movie. So that's all I'm going to say. But if you love Christopher Nolan movies, this is right up your alley. We actually told my brother after we left, you have to go see this movie. My brother's a big Christopher Nolan fan. So is my husband. And Christopher Nolan is known for these psychological thriller type movies. If you're not familiar, Christopher Nolan directed The Prestige. He directed Inception. He directed Interstellar and the Dark Knight trilogy of the Batman movies. And so if any of those are movies that you like, then this is the movie for you. You need to watch this movie. Find it wherever you can get it. It should be coming out on DVD and Blu-ray very, very soon, I would hope, because we will probably own this movie. The pros are, like I said, there are major plot twists in this movie. You think the movie is going one direction, and then you yourself as the audience feel like your reality is being warped. There are a lot of optical illusions in this movie, weird like visual effects that just do weird things to your mind when you're watching this movie. It exceeded expectations. We had no idea what this movie was about, and because we hadn't heard anything of it, we had the assumption that it was kind of a lower budget film. Wasn't really advertised. Wasn't really advertised that well. It did have a poster, but we had seen no trailers, nothing, nothing. And my husband watches a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of TV. But we don't watch a lot of live TV. We watch a lot of Netflix, a lot of Prime Video, stuff like that. But still, we knew nothing about this movie, and it exceeded expectations. Like, this was way better than we expected. Ben Affleck gives a really great performance, very convincing performance, very intense performance. And it really, really gives hope to the movie business again. This was a movie that, again, we didn't know anything about, and yet we left so enthralled, like wanting to watch it again, wanting to tell everybody we knew to watch this movie. And it's movies like this that make you want to keep going to the movies. And I know when COVID hit and the movie theaters kind of shut down, when it first started to open back up, and especially when people weren't releasing things to the theaters, it was very sad. For somebody who loves to go to the movies, it was very sad. And even when movies were going to the theater, we got a lot of the same big box office stuff. We've had Jurassic World, we've had a couple Marvel movies, but movies like this that are just so unexpected, and it really paved the way for the summer at the movies. Like, we've got a lot of movies coming out this summer. We've got the Barbie movie, we've got Indiana Jones, we've got all these movies, and it really just made me excited to be sitting in the movie theater again, to be watching a film that was this good. I put a little asterisk because they're not really cons. This movie is mind-blowing. I was kind of confused while watching it just because I couldn't believe what I was watching. It wasn't a I'm confused as to what's going on. I can't follow this story. It was, I cannot believe what just happened. I can't believe what I'm watching. It leaves you questioning, like, what did I just watch? I can't believe that. It actually leaves it open for a sequel as well. So my husband and I are really, really hoping that there will be a sequel, because we will be there to watch the sequel, because we absolutely loved this film. This film gets an A+ from both of us. It was probably the best movie. Not the best movie. There's one better. You'll have to stay tuned for the later videos. It's probably the second best movie that I've watched in the past year. Definitely the best movie that's been released in 2023 of the ones that I've seen in the theater. But it is not the best movie that I've watched recently. There's one that was just a little bit better for a multitude of different reasons. You'll have to stay tuned for that review and check back. But this movie deserves all of the credit in the world. Everybody and their mother should go and see it. You should tell all of your friends and their mothers to go see it, because it is an amazing film. So great job to Robert Rodriguez. Great job to Ben Affleck and all of the performers in the film. Also, there's one of the cast members is in 13 Reasons Why as well. So if you watch that series on Netflix, the guy who plays the principal is in this movie. And he kind of plays the bad guy. So that's fun, because he wasn't that great of a guy in 13 Reasons Why. I'm just saying. If you watch that series, then you know. But yeah, so this is a great film. I want to watch it again. I wanted to watch it again as soon as I left. I wish I would have watched this again and paid money to see this again instead of the other movie that we watched, which that review is coming next on the channel. So make sure you check back for that, because that one will be right above this one. So make sure that you come back and hear my thoughts about the other movie that we saw on our double feature day, because this one wiped the floor with the other one. And the other one was one of those big box office movies. So this just goes to show these smaller little projects are often better than the big box office movies, but we do need to have those big box office movies. So until next time, that's all I have for this one. If you've seen this film, let me know what you think, because I want to know if we're on the same page. We absolutely love this film. Definitely recommend. A+. This is one of the, I don't give a lot of A+. You guys know that from watching these videos. So you know a movie's pretty good if I give it an A+. I try to be very honest. I try and be unbiased, but this one, hands down, A+. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.